Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 18 properties today, and it's always a pleasure to have you here. The new site redesign is going really well, so we should have that up soon. We're going to start off today with, I think 18 in total. First one is Costigan. It's a main floor unit. These are stacked towns, so there's a door here, a door here. This door goes up some stairs, and then you've got second and third level with a set of stairs down to a basement, and there's a garage in the back. And then this main floor one has another garage in the back, and then so it's a living area plus a master on the main. Then downstairs there's, in this case, there's one other bedroom, but you can do two. So they call it like a 1+1 or a 1+2, the plus meaning anything underground. It might work for somebody as kind of a condo apartment alternative because it's pretty much main floor living. And then downstairs, if you had guests or somebody who used that space, then it may work. Originally, I wasn't a big fan of this layout, but over the years, I've started to see how it could sort of apply to a certain niche. Granite counters, hardwood floors throughout the whole place, and you're about 1,500 square feet of total space. $83 a month in maintenance fees. Doesn't really include much. Basically, building insurance and exterior maintenance. It's still a little bit high, what I think, for basically a one bedroom plus one downstairs. You could buy a 2 or 2+1 or a 3 bedroom in condos, as you can see here, even 362 with probably the same amount of maintenance fees on Hampshire. And then there's another one. The next one we're going to show is the new building on Costigan. So this one here, 1171 square feet. I like the finishes. They've kind of said luxury townhouse. They do have the hardwood, the 9-foot ceiling, the granite counters. The builders did a pretty good job with the basics on this one. It's a little bit higher. Most of them fall under 360, between 350 and 360. So I think that they would have a lot more success even at like a 359.9. This is the Costigan one. So for a little bit more money, you're getting a 2-bedroom, 2-washroom. You're getting a pretty substantial size apartment. You're probably it's between 12 and 1,400 square feet. You also have one parking spot, which is underground, although it says underground / surface. So I'm pretty sure it's underground, but you want to verify that. You've got your 9-foot ceilings, and you've got some wonderful green space, and it's just down the street from the other Costigan 1+1. Woodley is $379. It looks a lot like the current model, which is $1,200. It's $1,195. They've said 12 in the description, so I can almost guarantee it's a current. This would be high for the current model. I'm going to show you one at the end of the video in the second link that's $15,000 less, and it's really nice. And I could see that one selling for even more than what it's listed for. This one may be slipping a little bit too high. They have gone in the 370s. They've started to crack that barrier. Cartmere Way is $409. And I think this place is around sort of 1,500 to 1,600 square feet of total living space, including one washroom upstairs, much smaller kitchen. So you might be 13 up on the top 2 floors, and then you've got your finished basement there. Handy little office nook. You almost wish they did a second bathroom in that little nook instead of a place to put your computer. And there's the basement there. Still set up for Rock Band. Gotta appreciate that, because that is a game that kind of had its moment and then just passed. Anyway, it's I saw this thing. It was funny. I saw it at a Sting concert. He invited John Mayer up and asked him to play guitar. And so John Mayer grabbed the guitar and said, "So Sting, is it green, yellow, red?" Little Guitar Hero Rock Band joke. Wind Trail, it's live concert, something Sting live in concert. Wind Trail, we're very irreverent here on Daily Homes in case you haven't seen many episodes. Wind Trail is $412.5. Here's the danger of overpricing is they've lost some momentum. They started at $439, which was never a good idea for this model. It's 1,130 square feet plus a finished basement. And they went down to $419. Didn't do it, and then $412. So what ends up happening is that you go through this pathway where you're step laddering down. If they were at $412.5 when they first listed, they might have had a shot, but you wonder if somebody's going to say, well, what's wrong with it? If they've seen the same pictures What we've even done with some of our homes is that if they're not selling after 30, 45 days, we'll bring a whole other photographer in and take a whole new set of pictures, because anything you can do to recapture momentum makes a big difference. You always want to appear new and fresh, and basically something where people say, wow, I'm afraid the next person's going to buy it. So anyway, it's a good location, great school district. It's still, this is where they probably should have listed when they first put it out there. Hepburn is a Brent Grove. It's 1,500 square feet, $434,900. And you've got direct access to the garage, so very easy to bring groceries in. And then you've got 3 what I'd consider to be very healthy size rooms. Like teenagers would be very comfortable in those size of rooms. Diefenbaker is a townhouse, end unit, 1,873 square feet. But the thing about this model, it's a 4-bedroom upstairs, has a nice upstairs. There's a separate little room here that's completely, like, it's right off the hall. It's not connected to the main living area. So you could take a home that doesn't have that front room, and it would feel bigger. It would, the same size at 1,873 would feel bigger. So that's the little room right there. It's perfect for a home office. I have clients that have put their Christmas tree in there. They don't know what to do with it. And then you've got one big long room here. So what I'm saying is this space here, when you walk in, if you discount the front room, it doesn't feel like 1,873 square feet. So it's that disconnection of rooms. That's why the raw square footage is not the only story. And there's some people that buy strictly based on raw square footage. But I can show you, or anybody, a 1,600 square foot home that appears larger than a 1,750 square foot home just because of some of the ways that it's configured. Remember, square footage includes hallways, it includes stairs, it includes closets, but it does not generally include your basement or your garage. So it's considered above grade. Now, when you see total living space, that can also be something. Bottom line with that one, by the way, is it's a little high on price, but total square footage can include the whole living space. Scott Boulevard is, I believe this is called a Mayberry model, the 3-bedroom version. The thing that kind of weirds me out about this, first of all, they could have cleaned up all the crap here, because they have a really nice kitchen down here. I mean, that's better than some people's home kitchens. But here's the thing is, the basement, I think the pictures have to kind of follow the rhythm of the house. So you walk in the front door, dining, family, kitchen, master bedroom, master ensuite, bedrooms upstairs. Then you go down to the basement. The backyard could maybe be in the beginning, middle, or end, depending on where you feel it's the best place to put it. But I think that the pictures should tell the story of the house. Granite counters, hardwood floors. It's actually not a bad price. I think that this compares very well with the slightly larger one on McDuff, but this one is definitely has better finishes for $5,000 less. Caverhill is an 1,800 square foot Lindsay model, and it's got that kind of Cape Cod look. Nice front porch. Make sure the roof's done, because these homes are getting close to that age, 10, 11, 12 years old, and 527.8. The same model, maybe not as nice inside, just sold at 520 with a little bit of a premium lot, a little bit wider and deeper. So they're a little bit high, but I think that they show well. The other thing is, not having grass in the backyard can change the impression of some buyers. Some people need to have some kind of grass back there. It's the same thing as a pool. It could polarize people, as to say, okay, some people might love it, some people won't. But usually your safety thing is to have some kind of grass. Babcock is 529. It's around the same size as previous one. Unfinished basement, and they've done some nice work with the basically with the bathrooms. That looks like it's in the basement. There's not really a I don't see a window here, but it could just be the angle of the shot. Bathrooms are probably the highlight of the home. The siding on the outside, no finished basement, may lead me to believe that the price is a little bit on the high side. Vandy is another one. It was listed at $589, didn't sell. They're at $574.9. I think this is the price that it's going to take to sell it. yeah, this would be really fun if you're a kid. This would be a neat little place to have a little fortress where you could throw snowballs. And yes, I do think like that. Pot lights, kitchen looks decent. Looks like it needs a bit of work, but the layout's good. You've got a nice big bar downstairs. Good sized property, great location. In terms of getting to downtown, the hospital, shopping on Bronte. It's all good. I like this one. Price is good. Minto looks great. $650 is the price. I just don't know how big this one is. I'm not as familiar. I know it's a Costcorp home, and I don't have the floor plans for this one. This chalkboard is really neat. I've seen it in a couple of homes that I've sold, and it's exciting. People like it because you can just, it's anytime you can have that creative flair in a house, especially with kids, is people love to see their kids' drawings and so on. Write notes to your special someone. Very cool. Nice looking place. Stucco on the outside, close to the sports center. I consider this to be one of the kind of premier, maybe 5 little pockets. The Heathwood homes, this one. It's a good little stretch of homes. Trudeau is a Westford model. The new name is the Mannington Corner. I'll show you the floor plan for this one before we get into the pictures. So corner lot, so you're coming off the side here. You've got dining, family, living. This is great because you can have a play area, or you could have a home office, or anything you want to do. But I'm a big fan when they separate the dining and living room. It gives you many more options than if it's just one big room. There's lots of cabinet space in the kitchen. What I like about this one, my favorite part, and I almost bought this model, so this is why, I have a pretty good sense of what this one's about. This little home tech center up here is a fascinating little space because it's a place where, if you've got someone here, let's say you had one kid, for example, you could have this little space as a homework area, TV room, play area for the kids, little cuddle area before you go to sleep. It's a handy little space upstairs. You still get 4 really nice sized rooms, and you get your 2 bathrooms plus your laundry. But this upstairs is one of my favorite upstairs layouts in any home that I've seen in Milton. The inside, there's some dark hardwood floors here. I'm not a big fan of the cabinet finish. I think that choosing a different cabinet would have totally changed the way this one looks. But they do have moldings. They've got pot lights here. It is relatively neutral. And then they've upgraded the counters upstairs. I don't think there's any carpet in this house. There's laminate upstairs, hardwood on the main. Plus, you have a finished basement with a kitchen. It doesn't look like the fanciest finished basement, but it could be very functional. All in, $685. Let's see what happens. I think it's really about how it shows in person. But I know those kitchen cabinets do not give you that sort of fancy kind of look. It's a little bit more of a basic design. When you're writing a check for $700,000, you got to dress to impress. This one's 3,000 square feet on Weston Drive. This one has a little bit more of a kitchen that you could kind of be proud to have your friends over to. That's the wrong wording. The other one wasn't embarrassing or anything like that. But you've got a better stove. You've got really nice granite countertops here. Stainless steel appliances. They got those green apples, the secret weapon. The dark hardwood, the California shutters. And as much as we like to think that we have unique taste, let's be honest, 90% of the people I speak with are the dark hardwood, the stainless steel, the neutral colors. Gray is kind of becoming a little bit more stylish, whereas we saw a lot of the taupes and browns over the last few years. So it's a good floor plan. It's Fieldgate. I don't remember the model. It might be Green Park actually in this area, but they actually had the same kind of floor plan on both the models, even though it was 2 separate builders. Archway. It's a nice layout. It's very good. All the bathrooms upstairs are connected to a washroom. So you've got your master with the ensuite. Second and third bedroom are attached with a Jack and Jill bathroom between them. 4 and 5 are also attached to the bathroom too. So very nice. Excellent stuff. $799 is... let's see what happens with that one. Britannia is $879. I've seen this home in person. It's a little bit high. There's some nice finishes inside. It's 150 by 150. The interesting thing about this one, if you go to the GIS map, which we put a link all the time on Daily Homes to. It's this home right here, 150 by 150. This is all agricultural zoning. It's A1 zoning. However, if you go to the official plan, and because the new Mac doesn't open PDFs very well, it shows pink. Here's the thing I'll give you about this official plan is this is basically under that it's considered an urban area. So as we start spilling over to the east, we're going to start to see development happen around here. And this home is going to be what I think, if you drive further down Britannia, Mississauga, and you see the accountants' offices and the insurance, the State Farm, those businesses that are occupying a house, that's what I could see this on both sides of Britannia. I could see those homes that are currently existing be there. And if you look down in Port Credit on Huron, Ontario, some of those homes are worth a lot of money. So it could be a very positive investment, but you're not going to see it for a long time. Two more. Willingdon Crescent is the one I was mentioning to you. That is the same as the 379 one. This is $15,000 cheaper. The other one doesn't have photos, but I can pretty much guarantee you it's not going to show better than this. It may show the same, but this one has the moldings, the custom light fixture. There's laundry on the main floor. Then you go upstairs. The upgraded counters, the moldings here, the under cabinet lighting, the cream colored kitchen, and so on and so on and so on. It is done up very well. One of the better models I've ever seen, like for this current model. Even the village towns, this is a very well done model. You have the nice view of the park here. Man, this is a killer. So you've got your you've got a bit of an office nook up here, and then your 2 bedrooms. And even the bathroom's dressed up very well. Custom light fixture here. Although being as tall as I am, I'd probably hit my head on it. Doesn't matter. Nice stuff. This one will sell at or above asking. I can almost guarantee it. It's really nice. And Grant Way, so this is a link home. This is what we were talking about, I think, a day or two ago, where the foundations are linked, but above ground, functionally a detached home. 3 bedrooms, and we've got a finished basement here. It opens up in the back to the family room. A lot of the homes that we see today, there's a kitchen with an eat-in here, then the family room, and then you've got a dining room. So they've kind of flipped the whole thing around. I don't know if those are, they're probably blue carpets, but with the HDR, it's hard to tell. Man cave, check. Bathroom downstairs, $509 for this. Here's the thing, you've got this massive deck here with the benches built in, and they put your chairs over on the lawn. I think that the chairs should probably go on the deck, and the lawn should be for whatever you use the lawn for. And scan that code if you want. So I like the price on this one, but I wanted to show you with pictures. The last time we showed it on Daily Homes a couple days ago, it didn't have shots. That's the list. So anyway, we have a new listing coming up. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. We're just putting the final touches on it. It's at 100 Millside, and if you want more information, just send us an email, and we'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes. Thanks for watching.